Still trying to throw the ball. On first and goal, second and goal. Panicking at third. Fourth, I'm wishing for a muff.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle. We back again after week 5. Whew, I'm feeling great. I know y'all saw that win. How you feeling today, Coach Lane?
I'm feeling great, baby. Hey, it's a special Tuesday. Tuesday night football, and I love it, baby. We got a great matchup tonight. We got the Bills versus the Titans.
Yeah, I
can't wait to watch that one, Zay.
Honestly, I like this Tuesday night football. I don't think this could be a norm. Quick question before we dive into it. Would you switch Tuesday night football for Thursday night? Or you think this should just be a one-off?
I can see it'll probably be a one-off, but I can see a way where they could put it in like one Tuesday every couple weeks. But I don't want to replace Thursday night football because it just feels like you're getting a little bit of football every few days with that Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. I always like that little balance. You do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's like it's back to back to back.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think on Monday you get that Monday night game, right? We're gonna dive into Herbert and the Saints later. But then you're right. Then you got Tuesday, Wednesday, listen to the 5-1 Huddle podcast, listen to all your stuff. Thursday we back to it. And then I'm just thinking, how the work week go. Friday, you're already happy it's Friday, so you don't need no football, right? Then Saturday, you got college, you ready to go for Sunday. So, but I just feel like this week, I'm just excited for the night. Just I don't know why. Like I don't feel like working today. So for me, it's something to look forward to. But let's dive into it, man. I'm gonna start off. As you know, we had a Raiders Chiefs game, and I haven't been shocked in a long time. I think I'm not comparing this at all. It's not even close to relative. But for me, everyone know my two favorite sports teams are the Raiders and the Warriors. I haven't been shocked where Raiders win like this since I think the Warriors won the 2015 championship. Like, I'm just shocked. Like, I didn't think we was going to win the Chiefs. D. Lane thought we were going to split with the Chiefs this year. I didn't see how we could with that defense. And we won in a shootout. I thought that was the least likely way the Raiders could beat the Chiefs is in a shootout. And well, let me dive right into it.
Remember, we talked about this in before the season started. Is that we said you guys could put points up with them, especially with the new weapons you guys added. And I think that proved right to be right so far this season because you guys have put up some numbers. So I wasn't too shocked as far as the shootout part. And I tell you, like I said it the last 2 years. I called you guys splitting with the Chiefs last year. You didn't get it done. This year you got your W out of the first meeting between the two.
Yeah, no, and you're right. I think you called it out. I think you looked at our offense as more potent. I think I had a little biasy just looking at Carr. And the first thing that there was 3 throws this game where I haven't seen Carr make since the 2016 season. That deep bomb, the 72-yard touchdown to Ruggs, he was getting hit low at his legs on third down when he threw that. I mean,
it
doesn't matter what quarterback. Yeah, no matter what quarterback you're in the league, you're getting hit low, throwing a strike. You gotta have a pair to do that, right? And we know his history with the broken leg. That throw right there, I haven't seen. Even last year, his good moments against the Saints this year, I have not seen that throw. That's the first thing I saw this game was 2016 Carr. And 2016 Carr, what I realized, it's not that he hits every big throw. It's not that he's fearless with every throw. He missed. He had a pick against the Chiefs. He had a couple missed deep ball throws, a little better positioning. But it's the effort and always not giving up on the play. You can live with a missed throw as long as your quarterback is giving you a shot every down. I think that's what Carr did. Second, I think the Raiders hit. I mean, obviously hit with Ruggs. The 3 games he plays, we haven't lost. He stretches the field. And not only is he just a decoy stretching the field now he's a playmaker. He caught a jump ball for 40-some yards, and then, man, he looked like Tyreek.
What is he averaging, like 60 yards per catch? He only got like
9 yards a catch. He's averaging 29 yards a catch right now. I just Googled it before we recorded this. So, I mean, wow. Then, and like you said, our offense is scoring here, there, but outside 2016 Carr, seeing Ruggs, Gruden calling the plays up. Paul Gunther, the Raiders defense, want to give credit to him. The first half, he said 2 coverages the whole first half. because they wanted to make the Chiefs comfortable. And then threw out different coverages, different looks the whole second half. That was unbelievable. But Clelin Ferrell, the first game as a Raider, he flashed. I know last game he had a double-digit sack game against the Chargers. I'm not counting that. I don't care. He had 9 pressures, 2 TFLs, a batted down pass. Wow. Just wow. And then our linebacker, Nick Kwiatkowski, lights out. He was thrown at twice, broke up 2 passes. Mullins looking like real QB1. So from that game, I took away 2016 Carr, Ruggs, and the defense looks serviceable. That's all you can ask for. And hey, stepping away from this game, I look at every game now as the Raiders should have a shot to win. There shouldn't be any big blowouts the rest of the year if we show up like that. Your thoughts, Wayne?
Yeah, definitely, because your offense is potent. You guys can put up points. I really like that touchdown Ruggs had. If you look, you guys were in a condensed formation and made all the DBs look inside with outside leverage, and I think that's how that 4-2-7 that Ruggs run. He had all green right there, running right down the middle. So that was a nice play design. I think he beat my. No, actually Aguilar beat my boy Badger. I don't know if Badger was a part of that play.
He didn't
for
show up right
Ruggs.
there. I didn't see his name once.
What you say?
I said, yeah, Badger. That was the first game. I mean, I watched a lot of Chiefs games. I didn't see his name called once.
Yeah, man. It wasn't a good showing for the Chiefs defense. I guess the only bright spot they could say is they held Jacobs in check, I guess, for the most part. I mean, besides the 2 TDs he had, he had 23 carries for 77 yards, only like 3.3 a pop. So I guess that's the only bright.
Booker had 60 yards, so he
rushed. Yeah, and Booker broke loose on like 6 carries. So yeah, I was actually shocked with how well your defense played, especially in the second half. You guys only gave up 8 points. Definitely got to tip our hat to Gunther because the fire was on him the last few weeks. Definitely people was calling for his job. I like how he
Quick question. Do you think Paul Gunther was coaching for his job against the Chiefs? That's why we've seen their best performance, you think?
Probably. Yeah, man. That was probably the case in the situation there. But I think what John took away was that he actually responded him in his defense. And I think he saved his job at least for the rest of the year. If they just have shitty performances throughout the rest of the year, he still may be gone, but he definitely secured his job for the rest of this season. I think with that performance.
Okay, yeah. I was just thinking about that. Like he pulled some out.
That was like the first time I think I've really seen like a Raiders Chiefs game in the Andy Mahomes era where I really felt like I seen you guys actually make Pat work and really make him sweat a little bit, bother him. That was the first time I actually seen that.
Shit, that's the first time I've seen Andy sweat since he's been with them. I think the last Chiefs Raiders win came. I think I was at the game when the Raiders were 0-10 in the rain. Was that 2013? That's a long time ago. It's Alex. We haven't beat the Pat Mahomes Chiefs team. I think we only beat Alex once. So yeah. I got another question for you about that Raiders game. It's more on the Chiefs side, and I thought this was crazy talk. Just seeing some analysts talk yesterday. We seen the Chargers game. We saw this game where defenses have made it a little harder for Pat Mahomes. Do you think defenses are given, everything they have against Pat, or are teams just starting to, it's not going to be this easy every week, Pat? Do you think it's a mix of both, or do you think teams are figuring out Pat? Because I've seen a lot of analysts say, I think it was Brandon Marshall came on the show and said, I think NFL teams are figuring Pat out. What's your thoughts?
I wouldn't really say figuring them out. If you look as far as the Patriots game, I believe, the Chargers game, and then yesterday in the second half, what did all 3 of those teams do, or had at least for that day when they played Pat? They had a elite front 4. Like their front 4 got pressure and they were able to drop back. It's not like you blitzing Pat and you're getting home. It's not like you're dropping off in coverage and getting picks left and right off Pat. That's definitely not the case. Yardage is a little down for sure for him this year. You don't see a bunch of explosive plays from the Chiefs, but I think we didn't factor that in as far as the downfield plays might like the number of explosive plays in the passing game for the Chiefs. I think will definitely be lower than it has last year and the year before, or probably ever since they had Kareem Hunt. And now what do they have? They have a running game in Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So I think that it kind of works hand in hand with that, Zach.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I just thought it was crazy to even say that they're 4-1.
Crazy talk.
They lost a tough divisional game. They still put up 32 points on the board. I mean, if anything, I think it's more scary for the NFL. They're gonna have a more motivated Chiefs team. And he still, I mean, that throw he made, I know it was all over SportsCenter, running all the way to the left, throwing it all the way across the field. My God. So I think I think Pat's fine. I don't see it in his talk. I still think he's talent wise the best quarterback in the NFL, and it's weird. I think it's like you score 30 points. I'm talking like a basketball player. You drop 30 every season, and then this season you drop 28. They say, "Oh, you took a dip." Like, no, you're not gonna do that every year. Let's dive into the next game. Any more thoughts on the Raiders Chiefs game?
No, we can go ahead.
Let's dive into the next game, and that had the complete opposite of Sundays, the Niners Dolphin game. I talked about a little bit last week how I thought the Dolphins weren't a good matchup for the Niners because they can play defense and they play hard, and I think they're well coached. But I did not see this coming. I want to thank the Niners for actually losing. I won $175 off a parlay picking the Niners to lose. So thank you. But I'm gonna start this off with you, Delane. Is the emergency button getting hit? We talked about this earlier. Is the emergency button getting hit for the Niners? When I say that, I mean that more with the QB play and in this season. I think we both believe Kyle Shanahan's an elite coach, but is the emergency button getting hit?
I definitely believe Kyle's looking at college football right now. He's definitely scouting out that next QB. Yeah, I said that after week 1. Who they lose to early in the season? We had that same talk about Jimmy, huh?
When they had lost to Arizona.
Yeah, man. Jimmy throws 2 picks this game. You gotta yank him. I get why you would yank him, Kyle, but if you want to move forward with him as your guy, I think it definitely will knock his confidence a bit. Jimmy's already been criticized for being inaccurate at times, and then you yank him after 2 picks. I mean, what you think the guy's gonna come out with supreme confidence next game? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I called this game though. I called right before the game. I called the Dolphins winning it because I just felt like Flores had the guys playing tough. I knew Jimmy was coming back, but I just didn't know if he'd be in rhythm or not. Clearly he wasn't. And we're gonna have a talk pretty soon here, Zay. If he starts willing off some wins, I just want to see him put Tua in. But we definitely gonna have to start having a conversation about Brian Flores, man, because they're not the most talented team, but them guys play hard, man.
No, and I think I don't know what Brian Flores is doing. Yes, you're 2-3. You're doing well. I want to dive into the Niners, but you got to play Tua. NFL football, you learn by playing. You don't learn with a clipboard. So they got to play him soon. I don't understand. Only thing I can think of.
The Dolphins did run into Fitz Magic though on Sunday. He did light their ass up.
They did, but it's like I don't know. I don't want to go to the next season with my QB with limited playing time. Right, we're seeing Herbert out the back. We're seeing Joe Burrow, and I think Joe Burrow's in a worse situation than the Dolphins. Now I think they have a little more talent with Joe Mixon, but the Dolphins' O-line is way better than the Bengals. The Bengals probably have the worst offensive line. Joe Burrow's on pace to be sacked 70 times. The record's 76 with David Carr. We already know that story with the Texans. But just going back to the Niners, it's a rough. I'm gonna go out and say it. I'm hitting the emergency button, and we talked about this early in the year how we're on Jimmy watch and we're on Derek Carr watch, right? And they look like 2 completely different quarterbacks. You asked us last year who you want, Jimmy or Derek Carr. I think 99% of people say I'm gonna take Jimmy, right? And I'm starting to look at Jimmy completely.
For real? Because I think I'm always gonna take Derek over Jimmy. Me personally.
I'll say this. I was even saying Jimmy because this one thing you say about Jimmy. He might force it 90 like too much, but he is a playmaker. He will actually do too much, right? And I think Carr does everything but that playmaking ability you want, which he showed in 2016. He's shown moments this year. So,
how I feel about Jimmy though is I just feel like that shit is designed for him to hit, and usually he misses it when he's being accurate. Other than that, half the shit, the big plays he's making when you're considering him a playmaker is because Kyle got the shit wide open.
No, and that's what I want to talk about. That's why I want to hit the emergency button. And I say this: Jimmy's always been in perfect situations. He was under Tom Brady with Bill Belichick, perfect situation in New England. From there, he goes to the 49ers, right? And he's showing like, oh, these first 6 games, we got a quarterback, we got something. And I think it's just that end of the year, you show a little spark. Last year, why did they lose the Super Bowl? Let's just be honest. A throw was missed to Sanders. That's why he lost the Super Bowl. Yes, we can talk about the defense missing the play, Tyreek Hill on 3rd and forever, right? But you're in position to win with a throw. That throw did not happen, right? Let's be clear. And let's also remember, and I think we've talked about this before, when you're dependent on your run game and your defense, it is really hard to sustain success for a long time, a long period of time, right? Like the Seahawks, they had Legion of Boom, ran the ball. Hey, defense get old, takes a couple injuries like this year, right? They had Russell Wilson, so they're fine. That's why Seahawks have never died off, right? Teams that rely on their defense and run game is hard to last. It's hard. And all it takes is injury. Joey Bosa's out this year. They don't have a pass rush. They got rid of DeForest Buckner, who, my God, I think he's second in the league in sacks with the Colts behind Aaron Donald. That's who you got rid of, right? Now you had to, right? You got to play money games. And when you have a defensive team, you can't pay everyone. And we talked about this, D-Lane, all offseason. Are y'all going to get a fucking corner? God damn.
Richard 48 Sherman was horrible. Oh, my God. 48 did some of the worst technique
of cornerbacks right now. He's 32. Yes, he's still playing a high level, but he's going to get hurt because he's older. And if Richard Sherman's not on that field, hey, just me and D-Lane could be out there and give you a shot. We're going to give you a little aggressiveness. You know, we're going to hit somebody.
Zay, did you see 48, though? Oh, my
God. That corner. Let's just get that out the way. He's 48. Coach couldn't even give him a 39 and something like, you know, he's 48.
And, I seen somebody tweet, I would go at a corner, too, if I seen you with number 48.
and again, we had a rule on my team. If you're white or you got a 40 number, call the fade. We had a rule. That's as simple as that. But yeah, and it goes back to this, like we're saying, when you're putting all your money into your defensive run game. I think Kyle Shanahan is a top coach, and Jimmy can't. Like you said, Jimmy is missing throws. I don't think Jimmy. You know, everyone talks about, I saw Jimmy light up the Saints. They kept bringing that back. Like, I think Jimmy's a franchise quarterback because he threw 5 touchdowns against the Saints. I need more than one game if you line the team up, right? And remember, he had he threw 7 passes one playoff game last year. 7 passes, right? And let's look at quarterbacks. I think the Niners would be better, right? If they had Cam, they'd be better, right? A healthy Cam, they'd be better right now, right? No, without question. Another quarterback. Am I crazy to say this? Would they be better with Jameis right now or equal?
Jameis is not really a Kyle type of guy. Nah. He turns the ball over too much.
And now I love that you brought that up, all right? I'm hearing a lot of this Kyle type of guy. What the fuck is a type of guy? A quarterback that can play or not? I don't understand it. And I'm going to hold Kyle Shanahan to this. And if the Niners never solve their QB issue, when I say QB issue, having at least a B-level quarterback, right, that's Jimmy's injury prone and he does dumb shit with the ball. You can't win with that. Injury prone to dumb shit with the ball. But if Kyle never finds his quarterback, I'm going to hold him to it, where he said openly to the media, I never even looked at Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
He never even looked at him.
Because I guess, supposedly I heard a story that he was sold on trying to get Kirk Cousins back.
And again, I don't want my coach having these cookie-cutter quarterback. Like, that's your quarterback. What the fuck?
I guess when you look at Kyle's resume, at least he's under his father. So Mike, you know, they're trying to throw the ball quick, 3-step West Coast.
His dad had Elway and Jake Plummer. Jake Plummer the snake. He was like a Rich Gannon. So his dad.
Yeah, but I was about to say, out of all the quarterbacks, if you look between his dad and Kyle, besides Elway, I think they all have been just pocket quarterbacks. Like they like guys that can just stand in the pocket and deliver. I don't know. I have to look at his resume, but off the top of my head, I can't think of Kyle ever working with a mobile quarterback.
And that could, ironically, that could be the downfall of the Niners. That could be the downfall of their coach just wanting, like, again, you lost the Super Bowl because you had a quarterback that couldn't hit the elite level throws consistently, right?
But hey, look, he did get there. Zay. So I'm not gonna knock the man for
He
not.
got that with the running game and defense. Again,
No, I got you.
Yeah.
No, I got you. I'm just saying I'm not gonna knock the man for his system preference. So if he's saying my system doesn't really need a mobile quarterback, well, shit, they got to the Super Bowl last year with a B-level quarterback, a guy like Lamar Jackson last year, which the league is shaping to play at that position is shaping more like towards his talents instead of the regular pocket quarter QB. Kyle's like, man, I still made it to the Super Bowl last year. Well, my system works. I just gotta find the right guy.
See, and I look at it like this: your system does work. Run the ball. I mean, let's be honest. It's the same system that Sean McVay runs. I mean, they come from the Andy Reid tree. John Gruden runs almost the same shit that Kyle Shanahan does, right? But none of these guys have a system. They don't need a certain quarterback. You need a quarterback that can hit throws, right? There's not like, for instance, I'm going to judge Kyle Shanahan this offseason. We're going to dive into this a little bit. Sadly enough, Dak Prescott is going to be a free agent this year. Are the Niners going to look at him, or is he not Kyle's guy? Because if you have a free agent quarterback out there that I'm going to ask you right now, D-Lane, is Dak Prescott a better quarterback than Jimmy? I'm going to say yes.
I'll take Dak over Jimmy. I think Jerry and the crew's gonna end up tagging him
again.
Either they tag him again or they'll take care of him. I think they're gonna tag him. I wouldn't be surprised if they take care of him though.
Okay, and then I hope he does, right? But let's just say he is a free agent. They don't tag him like, hey, test the waters. One of those situations where it's just like, hey, this can be a long free agent process. So, one of those situations. I gotta see what Kyle's at. All right. Also, the quarterbacks.
Quick question for you, Zay. If Dak is in that position, if you're Dak, do you? Because I feel like if he does test the free agent market, I don't see him really getting a long term deal from anybody. I think he'll definitely out the gate get that like 1 to 2 year prove it deal. Make sure you're back. Let's see if you're back to full strength. Would you hit the market and take that prove it deal with another team, or would you just go back to Dallas, the team you're comfortable with, the weapons, you can perform, and you do the prove it deal there, or what would you do if you were in Dak's shoes?
I asked myself 2 questions, and I don't want to get too off the Niners. One more point, but if I'm Dak, I made $30 million this year. I don't have to. My family, my grandkids are set. I don't have to play it down again, right? So the question I asked myself, do I want to go 1 year prove a deal with the Cowboys is Mike McCarthy going to make it through the year, right? So back with that coach and the average front office and the average coaching, or do I want to go to a 1 year prove a deal? Like, hey, I can go with Kyle and shit. I might throw 30 touchdown passes, 5 picks because he runs an efficient offense and get a payday where my great grandkids don't ever have to work. So you have to ask yourself that question. If I'm Dak, I'm taking a prove a deal. Because even, let's say I get hurt again, I never get that money.
Somewhere else?
I'm set for life. Like, you have to remember that. My bank account, I'm set. So for me,
so I'm saying you taking the prove a deal somewhere else or with the Cowboys?
Somewhere else, unless the Cowboys have some elite coach, like they're bringing in Lincoln Riley. I'm not playing for Mike McCarthy. I'm not playing for fucking dry ass bread coaches. This is not happening. If I'm Dak, it's not happening because I'm in the same situation that I am this year, throwing fucking 50 times a game. Like, no quarterback wants to throw 50 times a game. That's you're being exposed. That's you getting hit more, right? If you're Dak, the best situation might be the Niners. If they that's all of Kyle's like, hey, right? Because the Jimmy has no dead money. They can be gone with him after the season.
Damn, now that you say that, Dak might not be bad with the Niners. Because when you think about it, when was Dak at his best? His first and second year, even though his best statistical numbers was last season, but efficient-wise and the team winning-wise, they were best when they would run first.
Running the ball is a winning formula. Like, everyone gets on me, say, you hate your running backs. I don't hate my running backs. I just think you could do it a lot of different ways. Like, look at Booker with the Raiders. He's averaging 50 yards a game. Was like a third-string running back last year, right? So, running the ball is a winning formula. The Rams, the Saints have always been balanced, right? The Niners, like you said, the Niners won the Super Bowl last year, right? The Seahawks are always in the playoffs, and they run the ball a lot. They're throwing more this year, but they still run that rock. So, yeah, running the ball is, to me, that's how you win games, unless you have fucking Pat Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. What? that's a once in 20-year quarterback. So you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, Dak might be a nice fit with the Niners. And he used his playmaking ability to get out the pocket, right? And he's not gonna be, I don't care what you say, he's never done the dumb shit like that Jimmy does. If Dak messes up, it's an inaccurate throw. This is just throwing the triple coverage. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, my last point on the Niners, we're going all that. They have a QB problem. I don't care what Kyle said. I don't believe the ankle was this and that, because the throws he was making, it doesn't matter if he had no legs. You don't throw in a double coverage. You don't throw in a triple coverage. I don't care what wrong with your ankle, right? I mean, as an Eagle fan, you know, Lane, we seen Donovan McNabb play with broken ankle in the game. So your reads aren't messed up with the ankle. Am I wrong? Your reads.
For who?
I'm just saying.
You talking about for Dak?
Yeah, no, I'm just talking Jimmy. I'm saying Jimmy. I said they have a quarterback problem. And I don't believe your ankle affects your decision making. Now, if Jimmy was throwing passes high left and right, I'm like, okay, ankle is not
I thought
ready.
it was his knee. Is it his ankle or his knee?
High ankle sprain.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and Jimmy wasn't the most, accurate guy coming out. It all goes back
I'm not no quarterback guru, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I know footwork is definitely a part of it. So, and we all know how tough a high ankle sprain can be. Especially if you rush coming back off of it. That's one of those where you really got to let it heal itself back before you just go out there and play on it. And I'm pretty sure the footwork is a key essential for quarterback play. So I'm not sure.
I'm asking this last question, D-Lane. So I think they need a quarterback. They're looking at quarterbacks. This year shows you if you have any type of injury to your defense, you cannot rely on Jimmy. I think that's what this year has shown the 49ers. If we don't have a top 5 defense, we are not the 49ers of the Super Bowl, right? So we have to have a quarterback that can at least function and win games. We don't have a top defense. And one thing I can say about Derek Carr, he's never had a top defense. So he's always had to score 30 plus to win. So I'm asking you this. Are the Niners, I'm asking you right now, October 12th today, are they going to make the playoffs? Yes or no? At 2-3 at the bottom of the division with the Rams, Seahawks, and I mean Arizona looks like at worst they're going to finish 8-8.
Yeah, Seattle's definitely winning the division, but I'm not out on my Cardinals dark horse pick yet, and then the Rams is also right there as well. So I can't see the Niners squeaking in. I can't see it.
Yeah, and it's crazy to say this. We got into the season. You thought they were going to take a bigger dip than me. Yeah. I mean, my God.
I told you, that was just going off schedule. I didn't foresee all these injuries for them. But I had them taking a step back anyway.
The teams they play next: New England, Seattle, Green Bay, New Orleans, Rams, Buffalo. That's their next 6 games. And then after that, they can breathe a little bit. They play Washington. and they end the season off with the last 3 games are Washington, Dallas, Arizona. And Dallas, I mean, I wouldn't want to play Dallas in the year because in the NFC least, that could be hey, we win 1 game, we go to playoffs.
I'm not gonna lie, that right there might be the toughest 6-game stretch. that was tough, right?
You're like, hey, fuck it, let's play Nick Mullins the rest of the year. Let's heal up. Let's have a top 5 pick. Come back.
I'd rather play CJ or really both of them. Just see what you got.
Yeah, but then you also look back as a Niner fan, like, damn, if Kyle doesn't have a perfectly healthy team, we don't win shit. That's also you can look at it. So we're gonna see.
He won some. The year Jimmy got hurt though, when Kittle got on the map, he won some games that year. He showed he can still win.
Well, when I say win, I mean 8-8, right? I listened to podcasts this morning coming back from the gym. Mike Tomlin went 8-8 with Kyle Rudolph and Duck Hodges. So to me, elite coaches down years are 8-8, right? Like down year for Sean McVay last year was 8-8. I think 7-9. That was his worst year, right? So you talk to coaches, what's your down year? A 5-4 win season or 7-8, right? So I think Kyle has a lot to prove this season, and I won't say a lot to prove, but it's getting dicey with the Niners. It's getting weird fast. Let me put it like that. Went from, hey, this could be a Super Bowl.
That's how it be, man. That Super Bowl hangover, man. It gets real. Either you gonna come back with the vengeance the next season, or like you toast and your team start falling apart. That's how it works. And shit, That's how I was looking right now in Philly, man. Shit, we
Let's
kind of
let,
falling
let's
off,
dive,
falling apart.
let's dive into that Philly Steeler game real quick because I was one of my favorite games to watch this
Oh,
weekend.
don't get me started.
And,
Don't get
and
me started.
I have a different outlook than D Lane. I think a more positive outlook. I look at the Steelers as a top 5 team in NFL, top 4. And to me, the question marks with when the Eagles were losing early in the season were, oh fuck, is Carson our guy? What's going on? That has came and sailed. Carson's obviously the quarterback. He's shown that fucking rough patches. The fact that to me the Eagles are winning games and competing with the top team shows that hey, we just gotta get healthy. We're in the NFC least. We just gotta get healthy and we're gonna make the playoffs. I watched the Eagles game thinking, wow, Carson making play after play. How we found him a receiver from Old Dominion, right? And what's their weakness? Their defense. Well, hey, you got a D line. So as long as you got a D line and your offense can put up 30 points, you're going to win some games. Maybe not the game against the Steelers, the top 5, the top 4 teams in the NFL, but the rest of the 25 teams, you're going to win those games. So I look at the Eagles. The Eagles game is, hey, they're clearly the best team in the NFC East. They're going to. I think they'll go undefeated, not lose out the rest of the year in the NFC East, and they're in a good position. Carson's handling his business. I don't like moral victories in the NFL, but that was a moral victory to me. The amount of injuries they had competing against a top team on the road, I think the Eagles are in a good spot, and they're going to win. I'm more confident than ever they're going to win the NFC East based off the rest and how their offense is playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not really big on moral victories. What I would say is I definitely was pleased with how some of our young guys played in this game, especially on offense. The defense had its moments, but man, I'm really starting to get irritated with Jim Schwartz, man. Like some of the shit he does. Oh my god! So why? First of all, it's empty. They went empty. Claypool's number 3. Claypool's the number 3 receivers to the trip side. He already got 3 touchdowns. Why the hell do we got our worst defender on defense, Nathan Geary, covering on top of him? I guess it looked like it was quarters or some type of too high coverage. I just don't understand why McLeod didn't stay on top either because I didn't see no other vertical threat. I gotta look at the play again, but because I didn't see what number 1 ran. I don't know if he ran a vertical, but it didn't look like he had another vertical threat. I looked at the other side for the other safety, the 2-man side. He had a corner route, so I guess he was trying to stay on top of the corner route. But he just broke off Geary and ran right past him. I just don't understand how it's 3rd and long, and you put your defense in that situation. Schwartz, I guess they said Big Ben seen the look and he audible to the play. That's when you got to call a timeout. We had 2 timeouts, or 3, I believe. Doug Peterson, why don't you call a timeout there? You see that he's audible. You see that Big Ben sees something, he checks because he checked to like 2 or 3 different receivers to let him know what we about to do here. I'm just really getting frustrated with Jim Schwartz. My main thing with him is he's always he plays too damn conservative at times. Like it'd be 3rd and 6, like it'd be 3rd and 16. A play that still stands out to me so far this year, I think it was like 3rd and 15, 16 against Joe Burrow. Come on, man, a rookie quarterback. I'm sitting the blitz every time on 3rd and long versus a rookie quarterback, and he got the linebackers back at about 10, and everybody on their heels sitting back, and I'm just not with the soft coverage, man, and giving up cushion, and that's all big. I think Big Ben was 14 of 14 yesterday on 3rd down. I swear to God, it was like pitch and catch every 3rd down for him, Zay. Like all he had to do was snap. It wasn't even no drop. It was catch the ball and just release because guys are playing 5-6 yards off. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I don't get it. We finally have a lockdown corner in Slay, and you don't let him play press, man, a little more consistently than what we're doing. Like, I just don't get it, man. Our linebackers are trash. We definitely have a good front 4. I damn near want me a Travis Fulgham jersey. That boy is nice. He looks like he could be a real wide receiver 1. It's still early, but number 13 that Howie found from Old Dominion, I definitely like the way that kid played. And Miles Sanders, man, we just got to keep giving that boy more touches. He's real special. I definitely like what he gave us yesterday. Carson shoulder pair, definitely played tough. Him and Doug Peterson, I think, called a good game. I think they called a winnable game on offense and performed well enough to win the game, but the defense had too many lapses. And it was like that was like the second game this year, Zay, when I'm watching my team, and I just feel like the defense was ill prepared. It was that game and the Rams game. Where it's like, damn, did y'all even like prepare? Like you guys look out of place consistently. And that's my problem with Jim Schwartz, our DC.
Yeah, I can't disagree there. I think just going forward, like I said, you guys got a pass rush. As a team, you're just like, hey, let's get healthier on offense, keep doing what we're doing. And then in the offseason, I think you guys got Darius Slay, but outside Darius Slay in the secondary, I mean, even the back end, the linebackers and on is really dicey, sketchy. And so again, I think those are your problems are fixable. Obviously, like, okay, get the secondary better. We might have to change the DC at the end of the year, but this year is simple: get healthier on offense, and we'll be.
I was ready to get rid of his ass last year. I think making the playoffs just saved his job last year because Schwartz was doing the same bullshit last year, man.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like I said, it's if you're Doug Pearson, Howie, that Eagles team, you're definitely take a look at that in the offseason. But I think going forward, like, hey, dial up the pass rush, get healthy on offense, and we'll be back in the playoffs again.
Zach, before we move on, man, what about Claypool, man? That's the boy from Notre Dame, right? He came out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I just look at Claypool as that's just their new Martavius Bryant. That's all I see. It's
6'4", running a 4.4 or something.
Yeah.
Oh my
he's
god!
always open. Like, he's just fast, open. I mean, it's the explosive.
Guess who passed him up?
Who?
My damn Eagles. Passed up him, DK. We passed up him, DK, Terry McLaurin, Justin Jefferson. No, those boys, I think, are going to hunt us for the next 10 years, man. Unless Rager just shows and proves. And I'm still not that satisfied with his ass because he ain't even been on the field yet.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm happy with my Ruggs pick. We rocking. I need that jersey.
Look, man, I know you happy. I just would have loved to have a Claypool, man. Oh my god!
I think a healthy Rieger will change your tune soon. I think we're gonna be week 12. You're going, hey, I like this Rieger guy.
Yeah, I hope so, Zay.
Hey, but we'll see, man. Let's hit on a quick couple stories from the weekend. We were talking about this. Let's go into that Vikings Seahawks game. Right into it. Are you kicking that field goal or doing what or going for it like Mike Zimmer?
So it's quick and easy to say. Oh, it's really quick and easy to say. Oh, you're going to do either or, right? And I think when I was watching the game, I think they said the numbers or whatever, the analytics were saying that he actually made the right decision. It was like if he kicked the field goal there, it was like 2 and some change, maybe 3 minutes, I believe. I'm not sure, but it was definitely the end of the fourth quarter. You're up 2 possessions at that point. If you make the field goal, Russ still got to drive down, score once, and then you got to get the ball. The defense got to make a stop and get the ball back and let them get down again and drive again.
No,
so
they would have been up 8 points. So he kicked the
8.
Field goal. They're up 8. So he has to drive.
I thought they would have been up 9.
No, they would have drive the field. If they were up at 9, that would have been even worse decision. But they would have drove. They would have to get a 2-point conversion and a touchdown in the rain. So, I would say Mike Zimmer had a great explanation. He was like, he said, half yard, the game's over. We're not talking. We don't even give Russell a chance. He was like, that was my mindset. I came here to win. And
if that's the case, then yeah, I'm going for it too on inches. It wasn't like it was yards or like 4th and 2 or 4th and 1. It was inches. I thought, I don't know why, because I caught the end of that game, so I thought they were up or they would have been up 9. That was my bad.
Yeah,
I thought it was 20. I thought it was 27-20.
Nope.
Or 26-20.
It was 20.
The Vikings was up, and if they kick the field goal, they go up 3.
No, it was 26-21. Excuse me. They're 24 because it's 21. Yeah, they're up by 8. They're up by 8. They would have been up by 8 if they had made that field goal. And I don't know. I just looked at it as real simple. I'm a defensive coach. I'm kicking the field goal, and I'm just gonna say you're not gonna do both. You're not gonna get the extra 2-point conversion and drive the field on me in the rain. But hey, it happened. I didn't think it was the biggest story as everyone thought because.
Zay, am I tripping? I'm looking at the score. The finished score was 26-27. They had 26 before Russ scored that last touchdown. Oh, but you're saying Russ and them had 21.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they had 20. My bad. That's why I messed up at.
Yeah, it would have been 29-21 with the field goal. To me,
Okay, gotcha.
I think this is a story blown on proportion. I look at it real simple. You kick the field goal and you play defense and make sure I don't get the 2-point conversion. I don't and the way they're running the ball that game, I wouldn't assume it was gonna be easy to get that half yard. So and you don't have a Dalvin Cook isn't a power back. He isn't getting tackled and busting through him to get in the first, right?
I was also gonna say I would have personally ran a sneak, but clearly showed you Cousins don't have a pair because they wasn't confident in calling that.
No, at all. But yeah, we'll see that. And I just want to touch on Russ. To me, it's we've had Josh Allen moments, Aaron Rodgers, obviously Pat Mahomes. It's his MVP to lose. Simple as that.
Man, that was a beautiful drive, especially that 4th and 10 ball to DK.
And then the 4th and goal with pressure in his face. It's I think Mike Vick said it on the Cow show. If his son plays quarterback, he wants him to watch Russell Wilson. He's put on a clinic right now. So it's his MVP to lose, and Seahawks, man, they're scary. I think they look like the best team in football right now. Real quick,
Seahawks got to shore up their defense, but yeah, they're playing good ball.
No, it definitely. I mean, I think the most balanced team in NFL this year, balance wise, it might be between the Steelers and the Browns. Ravens are pretty balanced as well. I don't think they can stretch the field that well, but
offense has been looking a little shaky the last few weeks. Lamar hasn't looked as crisp, but go ahead.
Hey, you're right. I mean, I just want to see Lamar throw better. I mean, I
already told people I just gotta see it another year. For all the people that was like, oh, he's the MVP. Oh, he top 5. I'm not saying he's not an elite talent. Lamar's definitely an elite talent, but when you put a season together like he did last year, I just gotta see you not put up historic numbers again, because we all know, like we said with Pat, like 50 touchdowns, you're not gonna be able to do that every year. But I want to see something similar.
Yeah, to me, it's simple. It's 2020. You can see real early on from quarterbacks, right? Josh Allen was like early on. People say, "Oh, well, you let him progress." He was mobile, had a rocket arm. So for him, it was like, hey, if you hit the short throws and you learn to play, have more patience and flow of the game, you'll be a good quarterback. Look at Justin Herbert already, just shows it. Joe Burrow shows it.
Like that kid.
Carson Wentz early on showed it, right? Young quarterbacks show it early, right? And to me, the Ravens, he came into a great situation. They had a defense. They run the ball. They have a good coaching staff, a good culture. They draft well. I mean, Lamar could be in a perfect situation. But like I said, they're the Houston Ravens until they win a playoff series. I don't care what they do. They got their ass whooped against the Chiefs. So let's go on real quick. I just want to touch on Herbert. And I want to touch on the Titans-Bills game tonight. I want to touch on Herbert and the Colts-Browns game. Watching the Monday night game with Herbert last night, as a Raider fan, I was like, damn, we got Pat Mahomes and Herbert. We got to deal with them at least 10 more years. Anthony Lynn needs to go to help save Justin Herbert. He's a terrible coach, good guy. I want to be friends with him. Seems like a really good person. Good morals and all that, seen from the Hard Knock show. But to blow, we're talking about Dan Quinn. He's blown 3 leads against good teams. No halftime adjustment.
All the Chargers lost this year have been by 7 points or less.
Yeah, and you got to change your coach. But if I'm a Charger fan, I know I got a quarterback. I'm feeling good about it. And Herbert he's currently one of my favorite players just to watch, to turn on. He's always making plays. I mean, similar to Oregon, right? I think people forget he didn't have first round, second round, he didn't have NFL talent on offense around him as far as skill position goes. So,
man, Zay, I know all the good stuff we were just talking about with your Raiders and for Carr, but in another year or so, are we saying Carr is the 3rd best quarterback in that division? Because I really like Herbert. Oh my God, I liked what I seen from him in that Chiefs game, let alone last night.
Oh, I mean, and that's not crazy to say. And with Pat Mahomes and with Herbert, like Derek Carr physically can't do what Pat Mahomes or Herbert does. It's just not. It's like players physically can't do what LeBron does. It's just don't have in their bag genetic wise. So it's not crazy to say. I think Derek Carr might be looked at as Alex Smith in his division in 2 years, right? But that's something to watch. I like that. Something to watch. You also got to see Drew Lock. He might have it. We haven't seen enough, but we'll see. How do you feel, real quick? Browns 4-1. Are they for real, Or
Hey, if hey, I caught that game went just how I said it would go. I said I had the Browns winning because Phillip would throw him a few balls. He did. He threw him 2 picks. I love the Browns' formula on offense right now. If they can keep it up, man. And Baker threw the ball, threw the coastal ball, I think twice as well. Baker, what we say before this game, if Baker can just manage and they can run the ball, hit play action, I think they'll be fine, man. They got a winning formula, definitely. I like the Browns. Yeah, I like the way they're headed.
Yep, they're good position. I think their coach, Steven Winiski is I'm saying his name right? Steven?
For the Browns,
yeah.
I thought it was Kevin Stefanski or something like that.
Kevin Stefanski, my fault. No disrespect to him. Stefan Winiski, I think obviously is coach of the year candidate right now. And to me, it shows like, hey, you got a real coach in there with talent. This is what the Browns look like. They have a flow to their offense, run the ball, playing defense. I'm a guy who say something bold, and I was thinking about this a while. I think the Browns will finish with a better record than the Ravens this year. I think they finished second in that division behind the Steelers. And I think the Ravens don't have a lot of room for error. If they don't get up front on you, they don't win. I don't think they've came back on a team under Lamar. So I think the
I'm
Browns.
gonna say this as well. I kind of feel bad for the Colts. I think they're in the same position that the Chargers were in last year. Phillips done, man. He's cooked. I like him. Good guy. He's done.
Yeah, he's done. He's definitely done. And ironically, the Colts are better than last year, so I think that's where off to a better start. Their defense, they have the number 1 defense, and you saw the Browns. They didn't go away. They made it hard for the Browns to finish that game out. They made it within a 1 possession score, even with Phillips' picks. But if you are the Colts, you're like, hey, maybe Dak is a free agent, or maybe we do a trade 3 first-round picks to get up and get a Lawrence or a Trey Lance. I don't know, but if you are a Colts fan, you're like, hey, we're literally a quarterback away from being a legit squad. So, I mean, I think Colts will be fine. They're just not gonna, go deep in the playoffs by any means with the talent they have. Who you got tonight? Titans or Bills?
I'm gonna go with the Bills. My other dark horse pick this year. I'm gonna rock with the Bills, man. Bills Mafia. They go 6-0. I think the Titans might be a little rusty.
Formula. I think Sean Dermott and Mike Vrabel, I think they're equal level coaches. Really good coaches. Really, really good coaches. Bills got the better quarterback. But what is interesting, the Bills defense is not that good. So I think if Henry runs wild, it could be a long day for the Bills. But and the Titans get A.J. Brown back. I think it's going to be a good game. But yeah, I'm rocking with Bills as well. Josh Allen.
I'm going to go Bills 31-28. I see one of those type of ball games. It's going to be a good game for sure.
I got you. I'm going to take that same score, but I'm going to say Titans lead late. Bills win on the last drive with Josh Allen, either a field goal or a touchdown. Okay. But that's all I got for week 5, man. It was a lot of action. Raiders on a bye week, and the Niners head out to play the Rams. Home game. 4-1 Rams this Sunday. So it's a must win.
That's a big game. That's a division game for them. That's big because they're already 0-1.
I wouldn't say must win. The Niners have to beat they play New England. They have to beat
it's a must win. They already 0-1 in the division. They already lost to Arizona.
You're right, yeah. I mean, at this point, everything's a must win until they get comfortably above 500 if that happens again this season. So yeah. And who the Eagles got?
We got Baltimore.
Oh, I think I can win that game. Ooh, that might be I might bet on that. That might be a nice betting game.
You've been real optimistic about my squad, man. Like I said, I think we shake out better when I go against us. So
when you have a coach, a quarterback, and you can rush the passer, you're going to be in every single game. That's the simple formula. Get to the quarterback.
Yeah, hey, if that pass rush, I will say this: if our pass rush can get to Lamar early and make it uncomfortable for him, we definitely got action. Action. And
I saw Deshaun's supposed to come back this week, so help is on the way. So
hey, check us out Friday. Every Friday, you guys. We got a upcoming week. What predictions? 2:30 every Friday.
Yep. Y'all have a good week, man.
Still went for it. It's time to change the club.